Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm doing my memory spread for the week of June 6th through the 12th, and I'm so nervous to lay down this spread. This is my most anticipated spread of the year. This is the week that Jurassic World Dominion released, and of course I had to use the Jurassic kit from SPC. Oh, this is such a good kit. I'm so excited that Andrea reformatted this because, I'm excited to have a second chance at this kit because when I originally picked this up and used it, I was still doing very functional planning, and obviously my planning style has changed drastically since I used this, so I'm really excited to get the opportunity to just go all out with foil, and that is exactly what we're doing. So that is the kit. We have the freebie and the 15mm washi. And now let's get into the foil. So I'm going red. I feel like that was the obvious choice for this. So I'm going to start with the Planner Choco items I have. She had a Jurassic release and I obviously went all out. So I picked up, we have the Dino Silhouette deco. We have the little cluster deco. Hole protectors. We love some on-theme hole protectors. I have the two different header overlays. I have, let's see, 4 different sheets. Yeah, well, 2 different sheets, 4 total of the full box overlays. She offers a couple different designs for the full box overlays. And then we have 4 sheets of underlays. And we have the bottom washi. And then of course I picked up some things from Hannah, Plana Hannah. So I got her 2 different header overlays. I have her 15mm washi, and then of course I had to get the Dino overlay. So she has 2 different designs. I got both of them. Don't know what I'm going to use, but we are going to make this work. Okay. So lots of foil to pick from. I'm kind of nervous about this, like I said. But anyways, I am going to go ahead and put down the base of the spread, and we are going to hand this off to voice over me. Okay, so obviously this wouldn't be a proper Jurassic spread if I did not talk about Jurassic World Dominion while I put down the base. But before we get into Dominion, 2 things. 1, I'm so sorry for how many times my stupid head kept popping up into the frame. I evidently forgot about the camera, and I don't know, I like to get up close and personal with my spreads to make sure I'm putting things down straight and even and whatnot, and evidently when my camera is zoomed out when I'm doing the base, my head pops up quite a bit, so sorry about that. Secondly, you guys are going to see a totally effed up sidebar in just a little bit. I evidently, with the week and a half I took off of planning, I forgot about spacing and all that fun stuff, so I ended up doing a sidebar with no space whatsoever. I didn't have room to even put like my little month script at the top, so I ended up, you'll see in a minute, having to undo the entire thing and redo it, which I don't even know why. Like, I know I realized the spacing was off like as soon as I put down, a handful of stickers, and I still kept on doing like the entire sidebar, and then I had to pull it up. But anyways, that is the housekeeping. So now let's talk about Jurassic World Dominion, because you guys know that this was probably my most anticipated movie of the year. I have been waiting 4 years for this movie to be released, and let me just say, it was a gigantic disappointment. I know. I've seen a lot of people liked it. I've also seen a vast majority of people saying that they hated it. I didn't think it was a bad movie. In and of itself, it was a very good movie. My problem with it, okay, let me just put like a spoiler warning out there just in case I get too into my emotions and I say something I shouldn't. But I feel like the movie's been out for a few weeks now, and for the most part, everyone that has wanted to see it has probably already seen it. So, anyways, yeah, this movie, like I said, wasn't a bad movie. If this movie was movie 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But the fact that it was the end of the trilogy, and this is how they decided to end the trilogy, I just have a problem with it. With Jurassic World, they spent the first 2 movies building up to this storyline of dinosaurs living amongst humans. We were supposed to get, especially based on the ending of Fallen Kingdom and the Dominion prologue that was released a couple months before Dominion came out, we were like set for a movie about dinosaurs living amongst humans. This movie was supposed to be about humans going about their daily lives, going to work, going to school, going to the grocery store, with the dinosaurs roaming the streets. And we didn't get any of that. Imagine having a Jurassic movie and having the dinosaurs play the smallest possible role in the movie. This was not a movie about dinosaurs at all. This movie, here's what the spoilers are. This movie was about Maisie, who I didn't even like her storyline in Fallen Kingdom. Like, she could have just not been in Fallen Kingdom whatsoever, and I would not have cared. Do not care about Maisie, the character, her storyline, none of it. But the number one, the number one subject of this movie was locusts. They made a Jurassic movie about bugs. I'm sorry, like, where did that storyline even come from? Like, I'm so confused. It feels like the story was, like, pulled out of their asses, honestly, and I was not following it. The first hour of the movie was painful to get through. Once we got to the action and things started picking up, it was okay, but like the first hour where they were building up the story was kind of painful to get through, honestly. And it was only a 2-hour long movie, so that's saying a lot. Yeah, if the original cast was not in this movie, it would have been so much worse for me, honestly. I have to say the dinosaur content that we did get was really nice. I loved the scene with Owen on the horse and chasing the dinosaurs. Like, it was like a scene out of Yellowstone, honestly. I loved it. I loved that scene. I loved, yeah, like I said, the action scenes and whatnot. I was really confused with the story of how they brought the OG cast back. Like, I understand that the locusts, like, the science behind the locusts was sort of the same science that went into the dinosaurs and whatnot, and that's connected, but, like, they use Ellie Sadler as, like, a stepping stone to bring everyone else in, and, like, having her, like, she's a botanist turned entomologist. Like, I understand that the locusts are, like, destroying agriculture and whatnot, but, like, it was just really confusing to see her so interested. Like, her entire reason for being in this movie was to study the locusts, and then to get help with the locusts, she went to a paleontologist in Dr. Grant and got his help. It didn't make any sense to me, but yeah. And then the ending. Don't even get me started with the ending. Like, I just can't. They ended the movie with, like, everyone lives happily ever after, and we all know that there's not a single universe out there where humans and dinosaurs would actually live happily ever after and, like, coexist without any issues whatsoever. So that really, like, annoyed me. It irked me to see that because, yeah. Anyways, like I said, huge disappointment. Don't know where they were going with this. Hate that this was the way that they decided to end the trilogy. It could have been 110 times better. This had the potential of being the best Jurassic World film in the trilogy, and they completely dropped the ball on it. But yeah. Anyways, if you guys watched the movie, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. If you want to talk a whole bunch of spoilers, feel free to DM me on Instagram. Happy to discuss, but yeah. Anyways, I think that is enough ranting for the video. Let's get on to talking about the day to day before I get too behind in the spread. So anyways, the first day of the week was Monday the 6th, so I started off this morning by making breakfast. Both that doodle and script are from Carly Plans, and then after that I ended up calling my eye doctor. If you guys watched my last plan with me, you know that I had like an issue with my eye doctor, my new eye doctor, not wanting to prescribe my old contacts that I have been using for like the last 9 years. They wanted to switch up brands and stuff, and I finally called them Monday. I gave those contacts a shot. It just wasn't going to work for me, so I called them Monday voicing my opinion, and they finally agreed to give me back my old contacts. So I placed an order for those, and then I laid down a base. I had a YouTube binge, as is my Monday tradition, and I got some Happy Meal and did some cleaning Monday night. On Tuesday, I woke up early, and that was because pest control was going to be coming by my apartment. They come the first Tuesday of every month, and they always come bright and early. So I swear I'm one of the first apartments that they come to, so I always have to be up and ready for when they show up. So I did that. I did a voiceover and uploaded a video. And then I did go back to bed and get a little nap in because I was so tired. And I got Taco Bell for dinner, and then I continued on with my Jurassic Park / World movie marathon before Dominion came out. So this day I watched Jurassic World, the first one, and then because I know I'm going to get questions, the Jurassic World script is from Carly Plans, and then that dinosaur doodle is from Beneva Creations, and I think Beneva Creations is the only character doodle shop, whatever, that has like a realistic looking dinosaur stickers. So I highly recommend Beneva Creations if you guys are looking for some dinosaur stickers, because I think she has like a dozen different species of dinosaurs. It's ridiculous. So yeah. Anyways, on Wednesday, the first thing that I marked down was that I slept like poop. It was just a rough week for sleep, if I'm being completely honest, so I had to mark that down first. And then I went and took Winnie for a walk. The Walk Winnie custom script is from Plana Hannah, and in case you guys didn't already know, I do PR for Hannah, so you can use code Elisa15 to save 15% off your order, or you can just pop my name in the notes to seller to receive my freebie. But yeah, I'm trying to sort of get into the habit of taking Winnie for walks more frequently because homegirl is getting a little chunk. She's a little plump. She's on a diet, and we need to increase her exercise, but it's been so dang hot in Texas, like straight 3-digit days every single day. It's been awful, so I'm trying to take her for a walk whenever I can because she does get overheated pretty easily, so yeah. Anyways, after that, I went to Walmart and stopped by the post office, filled up my gas tank in my car because I was going to be going home at the end of the week, and then I watched the first episode of Miss Marvel on Disney+. So, moving on to Thursday, it was another day of absolutely no sleep whatsoever, so that was the first thing that I marked down, and because I was going to be going home the following day, Thursday was a pretty heavy cleaning day for me. So I pulled in a little cleaning day script from Carly and then a Once More with Love munchkin. I did dishes, I vacuumed, I took out the trash, cleaned out the fridge, the whole 9 yards. So we got the apartment nice and clean before I left for a week and a half. And then after that, I took a nap because I was sleep deprived and sleepy and tired and all those fun things. And then because I cleaned out the fridge and had no groceries, I went to McDonald's for dinner and watched Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The little dino doodle you'll see in just a little bit is from Carly Plans as well. And then moving on to Friday, this is the day that I went home. So I was up early to start packing and loading up my car and whatnot, but I did make time to go get breakfast. I know I went to because I'm looking at my planner. I went to Whataburger for breakfast, and then after that I packed up and drove the hour and a half back to Waco to visit my family. And then once I was back in Waco, I did have to make a quick stop at the post office to drop some things off. I meant to do it when I was still in my apartment, but then I forgot about it. By the time I realized I needed to go to the post office, I had already loaded up Winnie and Figaro and stuff, and they were ready to go. So I was like, I'm not going to go now. I'm going to go home. And I'll go to the post office in Waco. Plus, the one in Waco, at least the one I go to, is open quite a bit later than the one in town. So that worked out perfectly. And then we got Cane's for dinner, and then me and my mother went to see Dominion. And I already went over my feelings about that movie, so we'll move on. Saturday, once I get there, you'll see that the first thing I marked down was that it was my mom's birthday. That is a total lie. My mom's birthday was on Sunday, the 12th, but we celebrated her birthday on Saturday, really. So I just had a brain fart and put down that it was her birthday on Saturday. That was a total lie. So after I finished filming, I went back and switched some things around, which it doesn't really make sense. And you'll see in the pictures that I post on Instagram that I marked down that I had a boring day on Saturday, but really I was running around doing errands and stuff. But I just could not be bothered to pull out new scripts and stuff. I just switched the labels around. But anyways, what I did Saturday for the most part. So the first thing I marked down was that we had breakfast tacos for breakfast, and then I marked down that it was a boring day. Again, it was not a boring day. I just couldn't be bothered to change things up. But I did go jewelry shopping for my mom's birthday present for my dad. So my mother, she recently lost a necklace that my dad gave her as a present over 30 years ago, and my dad decided that for her present that he wanted to try to find a similar replacement for that necklace. So my dad does not do shopping or anything, so he just gave me his credit card and told me to send him pictures of what I find, and then he'll pick something out. So by some miracle, I managed to find the exact same necklace that my mom lost 30 years after she was originally given that necklace. So that was super fun. So I was able to purchase that necklace, and we gave it to her that day. And then after I picked up that necklace, I went to H-E-B to get my mother's favorite cake. So did that, and then my mom came home from work, we exchanged gifts, all that fun stuff, and then me and my sister went to get some nachos, and then we did a little bit of shopping for my sister. I was just along for the ride, and then we got Long John Silver's for dinner as a family. So Sunday, like I said, was my mother's actual birthday, so I moved that and marked that properly. And then I had a YouTube binge, and then I went for a walk because the temperature was a little more bearable on Sunday. Of course, I still wait until like 8 o'clock in the evening to go on my walks, but it was a little more bearable. So I did go on a walk this day, and then me, my mom, and my sister watched Turning Red. And then last but not least, I marked down that I went to bed early. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I'll have all of these shops featured in this video, linked in the description box down below, as well as any coupon codes I have for them. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!